What's up, guys? Zach Miner here for Rev3 Games, and I am here with the lovely Jackie Talbot,
Hello.
our Call of Duty fanatic, and we're coming to you on a Tuesday night special update because the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 trailer just came out.
Finally.
If you have not seen it, go to youtube.com/dtoid. They've got the HD trailer up there. And we just watched it like 5 times in a row.
For real, like
because we're
in
crazy.
a row.
So yeah, we discovered there's a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of small stuff in the trailer that you might not notice on your first viewing. So we're kind of here to break it down.
That's right.
And give
There's
you
a lot
our
going on in
impressions.
it.
So
Definitely.
yeah, so you know, kind of after you saw it for the first time, what do you think?
I was already super excited about it, and seeing the trailer was pretty much what I kind of expected, like given like the things that I had heard.
It looks like Call of Duty.
But I'm super excited about it. I'm really excited about being set in the future.
Yeah,
which is all I knew about it, but
yeah, that was the big rumored thing, is that Black Ops 2 was going to kind of ditch the 80s setting and be in the near future, and now we know. Right at the start, it says 2025. And to be honest, I have a list of notes here. We just watched this trailer, and I've run these down.
And we've been like breaking it down like
so,
crazy people, seriously.
So yeah, so we know it's set in 2025,
which
at least
is
part of the game.
Way different than Black Ops 1, because that was set in the 60s in Cold War.
Yeah, so I think it went from like 60s to 80s or something like that. So yeah, so this is near future, as we expected. The other thing, the trailer starts off with Frank Woods, who we know from Black Ops 1.
Yeah,
right?
So he's the dude when you're at the end, you're trying to handle the guy who was like heading the Nova 6 project, or the Project Nova. And then, so Frank Woods is the dude that stabs dude, and then when he gets stabbed, he pulls out a grenade, and they both kind of kamikaze out the window. So you assume Frank dies.
You think that he's dead, but he's not. He's alive.
He is
and
alive
looking,
and old.
Looking super haggard.
Very terrible, in a wheelchair.
He's in the vault, by the way, and he gives us some kind of haunting narration that I think tells us a little bit about the story. He basically is talking about all the advances in military technology.
There are robots.
There are robots, and he says that, yeah, that's all well and good, except when the enemy finds out how to make them turn on you.
Yep.
And then you need humans to kill them.
So that's the premise.
I think that's pretty much the premise.
I think,
so,
that's the main point.
Other stuff that we saw in the trailer, obviously tons of new weapons, new technology.
Lots of new technology. The whole army, as Frank says, is completely unmanned, which is crazy.
A lot of it, yeah. We see like so many UAVs. There's like these little like stealth fighter UAV stuff. And the big thing that we kind of knew going in was the quad rotor, which FPS Russia had been talking about. And that is, of course, playable in the game, big surprise. And we actually got to look at the kind of the cockpit view, right? You'll be able to control this thing.
Yeah, so it has these weird 4 controls that we couldn't really figure out that you use the D-pad with.
Yeah.
But also you just either squad follow or follow everybody. So it's kind of like the recon drone, sort of, from Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, and we see a lot of these quad rotors. So I think the squad commands actually applies to squads of quad rotors. So I think that you'll be able to control like massive groups of these guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have a machine gun, and if you look along the bottom, you see different kind of D-pad commands. So I think those are like different ammo types and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have like ammo and elevation or something. We'll obviously, we're not sure, but.
Yeah. Other stuff, we're back in a gunship, of course. It would not be a Call of Duty game without
you need some choppers.
Some fools and a gunshot.
Exactly.
Gunship. So that is the X-47 Pegasus,
Yeah, so this is the number one, or the only one really we got for sure confirmation on, because there's like.
It says it at the bottom.
Which, fun fact, my mom helped build in real life. She managed the materials on that thing, which is insane to see it in there, which is super exciting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is, it's just an unmanned chopper, so.
Yeah. Otherwise, there seems to be more of an emphasis on vehicles. Hard to tell if this is going to be throughout the game or just in the trailer.
Yeah, because you even saw a view of a jet cockpit.
Right, of that kind of stealth fighter maybe?
Yeah.
Which might be a little bit new, so that could be a cool addition. And hey, there's horses. Why not?
Horses are so futuristic.
Okay, so other stuff.
Yes.
Obviously, locations. The setting of the game is something that's been talked about a lot, and big location that's confirmed is Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Much like Grand Theft Auto is returning to Los Angeles, so is Call of Duty. We see a Los Angeles evacuation sign. We see basically the cityscape.
Yeah.
Going through some shit. Yeah. Futuristic Los Angeles, but it looks like it's in trouble.
It does.
It looks like there's basically entire like huge fleets of UAVs that's flying towards the downtown area, blowing stuff up. So that totally backs up what Frank Woods was talking about earlier, right? But there's no other confirmed locations. We see like some Middle East locations,
Yeah,
stuff like
you
that.
kind of get hints during the trailer.
But we went deep on this one,
spent
guys,
some time
for you. So on the
doing this.
Treyarch logo and on the Black Ops 2 logo at the end, some numbers flash on screen. Turns out, what do you know? Those are GPS coordinates.
That's right.
We punched them in and discovered a couple other areas that are probably shown in the trailer, and certainly that will be in the game.
Yeah, so we decoded these for you. Check this shit out.
So obviously one of them is Los Angeles.
Of course.
Otherwise, we've got Yemen, which is right by Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
We've got Afghanistan, you know where that is, and then Sri Lanka, which is near India, and then Mongo, which is kind of in mid-northern Africa.
It's interesting when you see it on the map. You can see it's like kind of there's like a trail.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of near each other.
We'll show it on screen, yeah. And
Yeah.
It makes sense for Call of Duty settings,
Yeah.
but obviously Los Angeles is kind of the big one, and that one looks kind of crazy.
Super excited.
So as far as, that's a lot of stuff that's not in the trailer. I was surprised we didn't see any mention of Tacitus, because that was kind of a big thing that they were teasing going into it, as maybe a weapons manufacturer or something like that. There were some kind of like QR codes on the rifles or
That's
the
what
handguns.
I saw there was something on the pistol, I thought, but
it was hard to decipher. We need like a 4K resolution version of this.
There's really not that much stuff in the trailer. It is what it is, and it's supposed to be like get you super stoked about it from a general sense.
So did it do that for you, Jackie?
I think so, for sure. Obviously, what we care about, at least what I care about, is multiplayer, and there's none of that yet. It looked like all single player, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for it.
I'll bet we see some multiplayer at E3, which is just a month
Can't
away.
wait.
So you guys better be subscribed right here, youtube.com/rev3games. And again, if you have not checked out the full trailer yet, go over to youtube.com/gtoid. Those guys have it up in HD. You can also follow us on Twitter. I'm at Zach Miner.
Jackie Talbot.
And that's it. We'll be sure. I mean, God, this comes out in November 13th. We're gonna have a lot on this game.
We're gonna see a lot of it, and I know the Call of Duty fans are excited because I am fucking stoked.
That's right. So stay tuned. We'll see you next time.